G'day Whyalla Squad, welcome back to another Thursday trip report. I'm at Whyalla Airport in South Australia, and today I'm going to fly Rex Regional Express to the capital of South Australia, Adelaide. Whyalla Airport is really tiny, so for the first time ever, I can present you a full airport review. Before the pandemic happened, this airport has 41 weekly flights to Adelaide. Now it's only got 6 between Monday and Friday. There's no flights in the weekend. So this airport only has flights to Adelaide, and there's only 2 airlines, Rex and Qantas Link. On the left you have the check-in. In the middle you've got some basic amenities like the toilet, drinking fountain and waiting area. On the right you've got car rental for the arrival. This is the exit area for arrivals. 2 vending machines and then working area. There's charging outlets as well. And then here's the waiting area for your flight. Social distancing measure is in place, and that's the only gate at this airport. There's an outdoor area, and let's go out and check it out. Note that this is no smoking zone. You're not allowed to smoke at any Australian airport. So this is pretty cool. You've got some chairs and tables, and the plane will disembark and embark right in front of you. You've also got a runway further away. I wish all airports have this kind of thing. It's really cool. It's great for plane spotting. So now it is 6:40 in the morning. My flight leaves at 8:20. Currently I'm the only person at the airport. There's no staff, no security or whatsoever. The inbound flight from Adelaide is going to arrive at 8 on the dot. Flight time is approximately 30 minutes, so it hasn't even departed from Adelaide. There's no Wi-Fi here, and I have absolutely nothing to do here apart from waiting, so I'll quickly talk about Whyalla, because I'm sure a lot of you don't know where it is. So Whyalla is the 5th most populous city in the state of South Australia. After Adelaide, Mount Gambier, Gawler, I thought Gawler's in Adelaide, but whatever. There's also Mount Barker, that's the 4th, and then you've got Whyalla. The population here is about 21,000, and it's slowly declining. People here are moving to Adelaide and other urban area. Whyalla is known for exporting iron ore since 1903. Iron ore is Australia's #1 top export. The Whyalla Airport is only 4 nautical miles or 7.4 kilometers away from the city centre and 4k away from where I was staying. So I could have easily walked here from my hotel, but then I got a suitcase, so I took a taxi that cost me $13. If you're flying with Rex, from the moment you check in, you have to wear a mask. That's unlike other airlines here where it's not mandatory and most people don't wear it. Also, the face mask is not free at the check-in or at the boarding gate, so make sure you've got yourself one. Otherwise, you have to pay $2, which is not cheap at all, I think. So, just checked in, dropped my bag. 7 to 7:10-ish is when they open the check-in for the 8:20 flight to Adelaide. I just looked on Flight Radar 24. The flight from Adelaide hasn't even departed. I was just sitting at the gate area, replying to some DMs, and then the check-in staff approached the passengers and apologised for a delay that's due to a flat tyre at Adelaide Airport. Now I'm tracking the flight again. It's now on the runway, leaving Adelaide. So the plane arrived from Adelaide into Whyalla half an hour late. It will also leave here half an hour late. Now I'm back in the outdoor waiting area and watch my plane land. So our aircraft today is a 23-year-old Saab 340B, operated by Rex Regional Express, registration Victor Hotel Zulu X-Ray Foxtrot. This is a very interesting aircraft registration, and I'm not sure if Google was right, but basically this registration was previously used on a Qantas 767-300ER, and that 767 was a second-hand plane. It was previously owned by British Airways. Then I was wondering how come this aircraft was 23 years old and it's only got the registration for a couple years. Then I realised again from Google, this aircraft was firstly owned by American carrier Masaba Airlines from 1997, and then it was transferred to Philippine Airlines from 2012, and then now with Rex Regional Express in Australia from 2015. By the way, if you're wondering why I don't have a trip report to Whyalla, that's because I took a bus in the weekend. There was no flights. I will do a bus review, but then I don't know whether I should upload it here or just on Facebook. Do let me know in the comment if you want it here on YouTube. Now it's boarding time and mask time. Most people didn't wear it until now. This is the first time our boarding pass not scanned for boarding. This is interesting.
Okay.
There will be 3 crew members on board today's flight, 2 pilots and 1 cabin crew, and 17 passengers including myself. The seat capacity is 33, so it's just a little bit over than half full.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, thanks.
3A, thank you.
Valuable, and whilst a delay has occurred this morning, we would like to thank you very much for your patience. My name is Megan, and today your flight is under the command of Captain Shanefield and First Officer Dave Potts. Shortly I will be walking through the cabin to ensure your hand luggage is securely stowed in either the overhead lockers or for heavier items forward of the seat in front of you. Hand luggage including handbags must not be stowed behind your legs or on your laps. Large electronic devices such as laptops must now be switched off and securely stowed. Small handheld personal electronic devices may continue to be used provided that they're in flight mode and are held in your hand. When not in use, they must be placed in the seat pocket in front of you. The safety and good health of our passengers and employees is of the highest priority. We are working closely with the national authorities and implementing changes based on the latest advice and guidelines on the coronavirus to ensure the welfare of you and your crew are being met. Passengers are required to wear a face mask at all times whilst on board this aircraft, except during service or if instructed to remove the mask by a crew member. In your seat pocket you will find a passenger information card which explains the correct handling of the mask and the further precautions we have taken, such as enhancing our cleaning procedures. Thank you, and once again, welcome aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome back our frequent travellers and a warm welcome for those passengers travelling with Regional Express for the first time. May I please have your full attention as I demonstrate the safety features of the Saab 340 aircraft. It is a requirement to follow crew instructions at all times. Please pause all electronic devices during this announcement. Please observe the fasten seatbelt and no smoking signs. Government regulations prohibit smoking on all domestic flights. This includes electronic cigarettes, and as an added precaution, a smoke detector has been fitted in the toilet. Your seatbelt should be firmly fastened low and tight around your hips. To tighten, pull the strap, and to release, lift the clasp. Please ensure your armrests are down, tray table locked in the closed position, and window blinds are fully open, as personal electronic devices can cause interference with aircraft systems. As personal electronic devices can cause interference with electronic systems, please ensure that they have been switched to flight mode. Handheld personal electronic devices may be used during the cruise, and large electronic devices may be used once the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. Now your aircraft has 4 clearly marked exits, 2 window exits in row 6 and 2 forward exits, the door through which you entered and the exit on the opposite side of the cabin. Look around you for your nearest exit, which may be located behind you. Also identify an alternative exit. If you are asked to leave the aircraft, emergency lighting located in the cabin will help guide you to your nearest exit. The red exit lights can be clearly seen from anywhere in the aircraft. And life jackets are kept under each seat. Pull the tab forward to release the life jacket. I'll now explain how to fit and use the life jacket. Take the jacket from the cover and unroll. Slip the jacket over your head and secure the strap around your waist. To tighten, pull the strap. To inflate the life jacket, pull the red toggles. There are 2 mouthpieces for further inflation, a whistle to attract attention, and a light that will operate automatically in the water. Life jackets must not be inflated until you are outside the aircraft. And in your seat pocket you will find the cabin safety information card, which shows the brace position and other important information on what to do in the unlikely event of an emergency. Please read it carefully before we take off, and if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you for your attention and enjoy your flight.
So now it's time for the seat features, which I didn't do earlier. In front of you you've got a tray table. It's fixed, you can't pull it back and forth or fold it in half. In front of you you've got a seat pocket with quite a lot of stuff. Leg room is really adequate. Seat guru says 30 inches, but I think it's more than that. Shortly after the seatbelt signs off, the cabin crew began the service. So it's either a muesli bar or a pack of crisp, and also coffee, tea and water. Now this is really weird, but this tea on the plane is really good. It's some of the best I've ever had on the plane. Also the muesli bar, honey flavoured, it's quite delicious. Hello, welcome to the lavatory. It's right behind the cockpit and it's very tiny. Like, oh my god, I'm sitting on the toilet seat because... we're soon gonna land into Adelaide Airport. It's been a really short flight, only about 20 minutes so far. And let's quickly conclude this flight with Rex Regional Express right here, right now. So Whyalla Airport is pretty cool. There's no security. The cabin crew, the check-in lady, and also the gentleman who checked in my bags were all very friendly. The check-in lady approached to the passengers and apologized for the delay, and everyone from Whyalla is really chill. They were like, no worries, no biggie. This flight is only about half full, so everybody got some space to move around, which was nice. The leather seat is really comfortable. The configuration 1-2 means that solo travelers like myself got some privacy. Also the tea and the biscuit were really delicious. And again, that tea was amazing. The biscuit was especially good when I dip it in my tea. The last thing I want to talk about, which is not really related to the flight, is all about the hidden fees. So the ticket itself cost $108, which is not too bad honestly in my opinion, because there's not much competition on this route and it's a full service airline, even though the flight's only half an hour long. But then there are $5 that they charged extra, which got me really annoyed even though it's just $5. So there's $1.22 for internet booking fees. I was aware that I had to pay for that booking fee, but it's really weird that you have to pay booking fee if you're booking that flight directly with the airline. Then there's also $1 credit card fee, which is okay, quite a few airlines charge that. Then what it really got me is a $2.40 SMS charge. It's optional, but I thought it was free, because when I ticked the box that I want SMS, it didn't mention about the $2.40 fee, but it did mention about that when you have to pay at the final confirmation page, but I didn't pay attention. So it was partly my fault, but then $2.40 for SMS within Australia, it's a bit ridiculous I think. Also for that $2.40, I only got one text, and that's when I booked my flight. It was a confirmation about departure date, departure time, the route, and also the booking reference. There was no any other message at all for the delay, the check-in time, boarding whatsoever. If you really do pay for the SMS charge, you would expect that they would send you notification through email or SMS that your flight's delayed or where's the boarding gate, etc. So again, it's only $5 in total, but then it got me really annoyed. Also, their official page is really outdated. Hopefully they'll change that. Along with those hidden fees, they should fix it. So overall, it was a really enjoyable flight with Rex. The people were nice, but then it's just the hidden fees that got me a little bit. So thank you so much for watching my first ever Rex trip report. This was actually also my first ever flight on a turboprop aircraft, so I was really excited, and I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed the flight. Now here we are, OWFsquad. When you travel again, please use this hashtag on Instagram so I can see where your journey takes you. And please don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and share this video with your aviation friends. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I upload a new trip report every Thursday, 12 PM Hong Kong time, and that's 1:30 PM in South Australia. Also click the bell button next to the subscribe button so you won't miss out on my weekly trip reports. Once you click that bell button, YouTube will notify you every Thursday. You can also go follow me or subscribe to me on Instagram, Patreon, Snapchat, and also Facebook. Thank you so much for your support. Each and every of your action, like, comment, share and subscribe will help the growth of my channel. And a big thank you to all of my patrons and also YouTube members for your continuous support. This spontaneous trip to Whyalla wouldn't have happened without your support. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again next Thursday. And sorry, no Q&A this week because I'm actually moving to a new house on Friday and I'm busy packing. I even skipped uni today. It's Wednesday as of editing, so 12 hours before the upload time, I'm a deadline fighter. Sorry for that again. I'll make sure that the next Q&A next week will be a big one and a longer one. Thanks, and see you next week. Bye bye. Enjoy the landing and approach into Adelaide.
gentlemen, welcome to Adelaide. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the captain has switched off the seatbelt signs. A reminder that personal electronic devices, including mobile phones, must remain in flight mode until you reach the terminal and must not be used whilst disembarking the aircraft and crossing the tarmac. Smoking is not permitted in any Australian airport, and please take care when opening the overhead lockers, as heavier items may have moved during the flight. Safe baggage or orange tagged baggage will be available for collection at the foot of the stairs, and your checked-in baggage will be available from carousel number 1 inside the main terminal. Should you require further transport, taxis, hire cars and buses are available. A crew member will escort you from the aircraft to the terminal. When exiting the aircraft, you must continue to wear your mask until you enter the terminal and practice social distancing guidelines. On behalf of your captain, Shane Field and crew, we would like to say thank you for travelling with Rex today, and we look forward to your company when you next choose to fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boston. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your cabin baggage stowed until the seatbelt sign has been turned off.